They do everything you could ask for an offense. The only question mark is they can use to do the damage.
Those are 3 of the 5 starters that Texas had.
And it's palpable not only because the Orioles are coming off a surprising 100-win season. And a new chapter starts today.
And Kenny, it's this great baseball city, and the first of the Division Series games today. All team in the American League with their high-priced free agents at the top of it in Simeon and 83 ERA.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable in the second half. Look for the emotion, but he is in for the first 2 hitters. It could be 3 pitches, and we're already
first time in 7 years. And off we go with a first pitch swing.
You've got traffic on the bases. The key to postseason when you haven't been there is how.
Bradish comes home with an 0. Bradish back home with an 0-2 and a breaking ball. Starts his day with a season at it more than anybody in baseball. And Hayes is back to get it.
Talk about it quick because he's not going to take many pitches. He has incredible numbers despite
this guy hitting third. It's like Robbie Grossman hitting third. What in the world? But strike 1. And now up here to Baltimore. 1 ball, 1 strike on goal. 1-1 from Bradish. Outside ball 2.
Well, as part of his discipline is he won't heat it up.
34-year-old journeyman takes strike 2.
He went up.
The hard stuff to run the count 4
counts. This is the first one of the many that they should get during this.
So guys that will grind out counts like this. On a 3-2, Grossman fouls Barrett. His crew with the crew chief Alfonso Marquez at second. Giving Texas its first base runner of the day this year, Adolis Garcia. And this is what he does. Hit another one on Wednesday in Tampa. Fouls this one off, and it's
when does he start breaking in the curveball that gives a little bit more top to bottom?
Bradish deals outside with a fastball. His 1-2 to Garcia is cut on and miss. Up and had a great time. On an 0-2 pitch here. 2 up and 2 down.
Table. And I think this year all eyes are going to be on these number 1 and number 2 seats for those teams coming in other than travel.
But John,
a guy like him and Cedric Mullins. And I know we'll get into it later direction, so I'm glad for them and this whole organization. It's lose and lose bad for a long time, and the Orioles a lot of in a different direction, so I'm glad for them and this whole organization. It's
Santander on 2-1. Great. Anthony Son,
you're sitting at home going, what's the big deal about? See the crowd on a 2-out hit in the
career in the postseason. There's 3 innings in relief last year. He misses inside, ball 1 on run.
Rallies and not many runs going on the board.
Got the call there. His 1-1 swung on and missed. The left-hander's 1-2 pitch is inside, and the count evens up on Mountainers
on the year. His splits are pretty high.
Yeah, there's another 2-2 and another foul ball. Stolen base success rate ever. Will teams push the envelope with that? Ruhini, Ryan Mountcastle takes ball 3. Count goes full. Runner will get ahead. There goes Santander. 3-2 fouled off. Mountcastle's one of those, but a few days to get that shoulder rested. On the 9th pitch, Mountcastle. Josh Young's got it. Texas very steady to find. And he came up at a time where the Rangers really need a guy that just turned 21 and just got to the major leagues.
When I see certain notes, it's for a young player to have it, and somebody talked to him about it, and he said, it's not something I practice. 14 days, only 9% chase in the last 14 days.
And worked it so many times and has done so much since getting to the major.
Go up, and there's definitely going to be an improvement, which is already
skinny. Strike 1 from Bradish, and for more.
Who also is eager to add the pitch. Both starters wanted something to keep
with on this 1-1 to Heim. It is a curve, the check swing foul.
Get a swing and a miss. Heim's pretty good at not chasing a fastball down.
Has been for a while. Has added the offense to it this year. There's that high fastball. Ball 1 on Nathaniel Lowe. So when you're a pitcher in the
poker in totality and go away from throwing your breaking ball against a really, for the most part, you impart your way and your will and throwing strikes.
1-0 to Nathaniel Lowe. Shot foul. Hitter for most of the year, John, but he hit 160 in September, and now he's hitting 7.
That is just slow enough that you do him a favor if you have
K already.
That's why in this game, Joe, the information ball, he has to make you adjust, meaning he will be the determining factor.
Not exposing it. Here's strike one on Josh Young. All-star as a rookie.
He's going to get better and cut those
the
down.
ninth pitch.
Right now, he's got a facing a
0-2. Strikes out the side. Likely rookie of the year right here, Gunnar Henderson. Left-hander against left-hander. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. And John, I know people, including this guy here, just 22 years old. Started the season as game. On this 3-1, Henderson fouls it off, and the count is full. Rookie of the year. Gunnar was drafted in the 2nd round in 2019. On this 3-2, Henderson golfs one down the line. Orioles have made it back. The primary way the Orioles have made it back has been by Richmond and Henderson. Henderson down on a high fastball. Came up late. Jordan Westburg, who's going to bat in this inning, has been overshadowed by the other.
A long journey to get here. A lot of hoping that one day. But they had enough, and they're just doing the things they have to do to now.
Right at this point. Lowe is there to catch it. Had rediscovered their form here in Baltimore. Strike on Jordan Westburg.
Go over how many people could never predict have the best record. That tip of the cap.
Westburg, and it's Garcia to stab it in front of the center fielder. He says, I'm the captain. Cody Taveras. 9-1-2 in the Rangers order. There's ball 1. This is of overriding every other factor in the series. When they're not,
but they lost that game 1-0. Really didn't.
In August, they had an 8-game third. Slicing the line drive to center field. Mullins is there. Never seen anything like this when it comes to streakiness.
No, and the bottom of the order is punch.
Back to the top, and Simeon, who ducks out of the way of ball 1. Term contract. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 season when they got him and Seager that same day. Home of the 2-2. A fastball fouled off. That thing moves like crazy. On 2-2. Henderson. 2 up, 2 down. His first one to Corey Seager is outside.
Well, you don't like that at all.
Ball and a strike.
And this.
On this 1-1 pitch, Seager takes a curve inside, and if it's not
dividend
on that sinker, the second base for Jordan West
in a really tough spot mechanically right now in their
all season by groin injury, multiple IL stints because of that. But all of that was putting together the first 30 home run, 30 stolen base season. On this 1-2, Mullins takes outside, and it's 2-2.
He pitches.
Did Heaney. And he still was a bit of a surprise that he was the game 3 starter, not Dane Dunning, who allowed.
And that's Dunning and Heaney because of the injuries in the
another payoff. Got in on him, and shallow center fielder Jacob deGrom. The trade for Scherzer at the deadline. He pitched. 1 gone in the 3rd. Ramon Urias to
point.
Young. Gates and had that huge lead, and so the Orioles just had to keep on coming. But there were 6.5 seasons since 1980 as Austin Hayes takes a strike.
Well, we talked about them and the best record. And I think that moment.
But again, Young is there. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Inman, pitching really well.
Well, the guy that's making the most impact, at least from an effect.
The only guy that's gotten a hit against him, Robbie Grossman, fouls off the first pitch. Hired by Bradish since.
You just saw the battling with runners on base.
Here it comes with an 0-2.
A batter like your last. You can't do that in the regular season. So get the first hitter out. And if you can get cleaner innings, it's more than likely.
2-2 to Grossman.
The unbelievable new wall they have in left field. And why do I say that? Because they pitch a long way to the pull side.
Adolis Garcia fouls it off.
And by philosophy, And it's shocking when you came in here and saw it for the
active pitchers when you're looking at free agents. The double.
Beats the barrel of the bat to the fastball. That's what you talked about them doing.
21-year-old's in the middle of it again. Honestly, won a little more than a month ago. Had to tear through the wild card.
Can we say youth of 21 and he's playing the game?
The experience. Strike one and a high fastball to Jonah Hine. Allen's throw goes into second, and it's 2-0.
Percent scored first, which was fifth best. They did it in 56%. Call it the crooked inning because they can put up 3 runs or more.
It's a lot anyway to slice it, huh? It's when they get going. Look out. 1-1 strike on Nathaniel Lowe. And prospect. Bradish is 1-1. Lowe swings through it 1-2. Active pitchers, and you're looking at the second with it. Go with it. As Lowe chops one through the right side. And it can come at you fast against this Rangers.
Time around. Here's the curveball, and he is able to stay on top, get the top half of that ball. Thought we'd see a lot more fastballs that we talked about early because Lowe was getting beat up with fastballs.
In the AL, the Twins finally winning a postseason series, taking on the defending champ. 2 on, 1 out. Young sends a fly ball to right field for Hicks.
So many close games, and they grind out the game after game. Timing might be the best thing he's got going because as the year went on, his bullpen.
Leody Taveras hit it hard his first time, but it was caught in center. It takes a strike. And for the most, here you go again, going out on a limb with one of those stats and
position players. That's how much we beat up the other team, and then of course
on this 1-1 pitch, given the wave. Hayes has a good arm. Late stop sign.
Well, with 2 outs, you think you get the Hayes, and to play left with it in this ballpark, you've got to be in.
Big spot in this game. Simeon swings and misses at a sharp slide. On an 0-1, Simeon takes high and runs more than 100 this year.
Just a little bit up on that 2-seam foul. Really good slider if he wants away on the plate. Simeon, that's one of his using part. Because if you're out there reading the swing, you go, oh, maybe I should go back to a
hype as there was around Rutschman. For a guy to be able to live up to it and even
good up the middle. And he's behind all of it. Crossing with him in the lineup.
Santander takes a strike. Oklahoma City turning into a big part of the story today.
Yeah, that wall had something to do with it. I'm convinced. That wall we talked about, being left-handed and the right-handed in, get a little wild, get back in the count. Frustrating a team that had that time off. It's
Heaney, a former 9th overall pick of the draft 11 years ago, the Mars last year with the Dodgers. Parlayed that into the 2-year
between the two pitchers. Heaney has only induced 3 swing and misses, so it's
grounded out his first all the way to the wall. Santander busted her up double, and it's 2-1.
When you job of being aggressive early and hooking it down the line, huge moment for the Orioles in their first
and Mountcastle. You know, before there was Adley Rutschman, before there was Gunnar Henderson. Here, I've hit pretty well. What about me? Dane Dunning begins to warm and is going
from home plate. The throws for outfielders are longer. Base runners can take.
So you said look out for on the first pitch.
Yeah.
Took it in the dirt.
And that was fair for Gunnar Henderson, who from left-handed pitching has had his struggles this year.
Hitters can take 1 timeout during each at-bat. On this 1-0 pitch, Henderson takes ball 2-0. Carter's on, and it's good.
And that's why, again, if you're going to play those kind of close games, you have to kick to do right now. They were the best in baseball with 2 outs.
Aaron Hicks stays in there, but flips around to the left second. That's Mountcastle. Hicks pops it foul. Now is hardly playing anymore with the Yankees. They cut him loose. The Orioles.
A little bit of a problem.
This Orioles team with a bunch of postseason experience. 30 games when he was 2-1 from Dunning. Hicks is out in front. And it's 2-2.
He'll throw.
3.70 ERA. Lifesaver for this rotation. Time comes the 3-2. Hicks' view of it. Takes ball 4.
Was upset for about 24 hours when they made all those moves and added those pitchers. What is that?
Injury that opened the door for Dunning to move into the rotation. Now this postseason, get the best 5G coverage in the game. Be in play. So 2 on and 2 out. And the guy is ahead 2-0. It's a guy who hit above 300. On a 2-0 pitch, Frazier swings and misses. That sinker moves one from Dunning. Frazier spotted, and then players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection. This is loaded jam without further damage in that 4th inning. Stays in to face Corey Seager. We won.
Look, everybody's past the early good or get ahead or have an early kind of.
Speaking of studs, Corey Seager's up there lead on this 1-2. Seager takes high. Count evens up. How it's changed since 2-2 to Seager. Outside full count. 3-2 to Seager. Urias has no play.
Seager, you can't. Right, left, hits over 300. Every month, hits over 300 just a
hamstring, missed time late with a thumb sprain. He only missed 10 days, and so that has lingered some, and he's still runs. Leading the league in doubles, even though he winds up missing about 14.
We all get it, but they were beat up offensively and on the mound. Their third base.
0-2 to Grossman is in there for strike 3.
Well, that's that 2-seamer. Man, oh man. What
one out for Adolis Garcia. He's gone after that pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
As a pitcher, as excited as you get about the shadows, you still have to execute your pitches.
That's a good take right there.
He's a little less on plane. He crushes.
30 years old in his 3rd full year, just keeps on getting.
If he's going to go back to the breaking ball, you really want it off the plate. He won't chase fast.
2. It is a breaking.
That if he can throw it again and start it on the plate with that same break. And
played off a couple tough ones on 3-2. He swings through one that was hung.
But if you've got great break, you can get away with that.
The bullpen goes to work in a 2-1 game in game 1.